What's up, fellas? How we doing? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We are about to get into the structuring stage of things. Which, if you guys know me, I like my structuring, but it can take a while. Anyways, it's good to see you guys. It's been crazy busy. I have not been able to stream as much as I want, but I got a video coming out for you guys tomorrow. So don't you worry about that. Let's say hi to people. How about it? Who we got? Streaming at a bit of an odd time. I don't usually do 6:30 p.m. streams, but here we are. We got Lunatic Husky. Good to see you. Melissa Fleshhood, or I guess Fleshhood or Fleshhood. I don't know. Either way, that's not a real name, man. Get a real name. It's probably just someone's mom's account or something. Oh my gosh. Mr. Seismic Games. Yappa Trox B's cool. Troxus, good to see you. DJ Lord VR. Noobers, something like that. Welcome in, everybody. How we doing? What's the level name? It's Howaretta. Pretty crazy, right? I would donate, but my debit card was stolen? Well, I mean, you called the bank and canceled it, right? I suppose that's a dumb question. That's what you're supposed to do, in case that wasn't clear. It's canceled. Okay, good. Well, they should get you hooked up with another one pretty soon. Sucks though, man. I'm sorry about that. What's up, Booney Man? How you doing? Happy belated birthday. I don't think I've actually told you vocally. I just told you in a text. I said like happy birthday or something. I threw an M in there just for funsies. Did you play Deltarune 3 and 4? I haven't played any Deltarune, but I've watched a playthrough of it all. Not really my kind of game, like gameplay style, but the story was cool. I think Chapter 2 is my favorite. I like Chapter 2 a lot. And then I like, what's his name? Gersum. I like Gersum a lot. Gersum's great. I got Zodiac in 6 runs. Nice, dude. Very nice. Howdy, is Chaggle just her... Howdy, is Chaggle just for her slave work, or does some wife... I don't even know how I'm supposed to read that. Work on sentence structure and get back to me with whatever you were curious about. I kind of feel like giving some membership, smirk emoji. I have an emoji to retort. No gifting memberships in the halls. 15 seconds, balls emoji for you. Anyways, it's good to see you guys. Welcome back. We're gonna do some structuring today. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's over. You beat my new level? Did you really? Did you beat Walls of Jericho? People just die at 99 for fun? Oh, no, that's probably the progress bar screwing up, isn't it? Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you, Robtop. What's the level about? It's a Howaretta level, but I made it, and it has the Spy X Family song. Let's, I guess, kick off stream with a little showcase for it. How about it? Oh, I need to notify my Discord that I'm live. I don't think I did that. Let's do that, and then we'll get started. Yeah, I have a new thumbnail that's more, like, structured and everything. Just to be emblematic of how I will be structuring my level. Isn't that crazy? I snuck in a clever adult joke. Yes, please. Stream notifications. I haven't strummed in about a week. It's been about a week. That's not as bad as I thought, but still not good. I would like to be streaming at least twice a week, but man, I've been so busy. So busy. Oh, and then I will get the song. I will link it at the top of the chat for those of you who are interested in hearing it. It's a pretty cool song. I think it's called Colors by Yama. I think. Something like that. I just typed in Colors Yama, all in caps. I'm just like screaming it. YouTube search bar. Sorry, man. I can't find the right one. Okay, I have to go to my liked videos. Gosh damn it. I hate having to go to my liked videos. It's a day ruiner, man. You know what I'm saying? Real first world problems. How about that? Guys, it's Timmy Gamer 629. I always knew he'd show his face around here at some point.
Howdy, are you Unk now?
I've always been Unk. I also don't entirely know what that means, which I guess probably answers your question for you. Okay, song, colon, Control V, enter, pin message. There you go. I don't know if it's like banned in certain countries. Maybe you can't like listen to the song because like copyright reasons or whatever. But is 16 uncle? If you have a sibling who is a parent, I would say yes. Anyway. Okay. I have died, it seems. Anyway, that's fine. I'll just do a little showcase of that so far. Bro, your live looks fire. Glad you like it, man. Yeah, this is going to be an extreme demon. So my structuring's got to be pretty tight, pretty close quarters, you know? No mercy. You're claustrophobic? Sucks, dude. Maybe don't play this level then. It's going to be super crazy awesome, hard, top 1 demon. It's not, actually. It's going to be one of the easier extremes that you will have played. Will this be decorated? Don't know. Decorating level is a lot of work, even if I get, like, you know, if I host, like, a deco contest and get lots of people in on the collab and everything, it's still going to be a lot of work overseeing that whole project. If I like this level enough, it could be. It could be this way. You know, I'm already in the process of getting espresso decorated, so I don't really feel like, you know, getting back up on that horse again already, you know? Yeah, espresso's still being decorated, don't you worry. It's on its way. I've got a vacation coming up in August, like the first or the second week of August is when I'll be gone. And then when I come back, I'll be grinding that espresso deco. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. Tell me something interesting that happened in this past week that I've been away. Can you still deco? I mean, what do you mean? Like, did I forget how to deco? I don't think, like, if you ask me, I never could deco. You know what I'm saying? It's always been something I can do, but, like, poorly, you know? So by your, like, rate-worthy standards, no. No. I think I might make this even and, like, lift that up like that or so. Yeah, that'd be nice, that'd be nice. I'm not doing that, though. It's normal block style. We're going to block it up normal style. I ate a burger this week. That was pretty interesting, I agree. Very close to having Rigel in 3 runs. Very nice. Is it Rigel or Rigel? Is it a soft G or hard G? I like you hard, G. That sounds pretty gay. What do you guys think about that? I make really bad gameplay. Tell me how to make great gameplay. It helps me a lot to find a song that really, like, you know, gets my blood pumping, gets me all energized and excited. You know, find a song that you're passionate about. That's step 1, right? Step 2, I would say, is at least if you want to make sync gameplay like me, I would suggest trying to make your gameplay feel like a playable music video for the song. You know, pay very close attention to everything that the song is doing to try to make your gameplay match the song. Because you don't want your level to feel like, oh, this guy made some gameplay and then put some music in the background to keep me interested. No, like, you want it to be one cohesive experience. That is my ultimate advice for you. But it all starts with that good song. Find a song that you just really like. It gets you moving, gets you grooving. That's a very good start, I think. Booney with the 5, thank you so much. Get donated, Smelly. Also, Blockservation Duty is going to be returning to theaters near you after I finish moving. What? After I finish moving houses, and I beat Lorona, though. Isn't that virus 19 or whatever it called? GG, man. Proud of you. I'm proud of you in multiple ways, because Blockservation Duty code went on vacation forever and you got it back. Like, how do you just convince code to come back? That's nuts. Virus 19 indeed. Yeah, pretty scary stuff. Stay safe out there. We got viruses. 19 of them out there. Anyway, thank you so much for the 5, dude. GG on your... That's a new hardest, right? Because your previous old hardest was like Dark Travel, I think. Guys, here's a little howdy insider lore knowledge. I'm kind of a dumbass and don't know things. I was going to say about GD, but no, just in general. Just in general, I don't know things. What should I beat after Speed of Light? Go for like Decode or Death Moon or something. Those are pretty good. Easy demons. And they're like decently hard. They're not crazy. but they're a decent step up from like normal, like easy demons and stuff, while still being fun. What did I join into? I don't feel like anything interesting has really happened. You just joined into a stream, brother. Will you decorate Walls of Jericho? No. No, that has like less than 0% chance of getting rated, even if it looks phenomenal. So I'm really only gonna try to get levels decorated that I think have like a slight chance of getting rated. You know what I'm saying? That's just like reducing the amount of time that I'm wasting. I think that's probably the way to go. I'll pay 100 if you verify this. I'm gonna need a lot more than that. With how long this is gonna take me, no way. If you gave me like, this is an extreme demon we're talking about. I would verify it for like $3,000. Gotta think about how much time verifying an extreme is gonna take me. I need to be making enough money to justify, like, you know, if that were a job paying me a salary, you know, would I be able to make it, you know? Like, this is an extreme demon. I've beaten like 3 of those. Like, this might be my hardest if I beat it. So 100 is not gonna do it, champ. That is not gonna do it. And like, I don't know. I would say, oh, it's nice of you to offer though, but like people have offered to give me money like 100,000 times, and they're usually just lying. So you could be one of those. In which case, I don't want to like thank you for something that was never gonna happen. How many demons have I beaten? Like 120 or something. Something like that. I don't really play a lot of demons. I find that it's much more gratifying to make my own demon gameplay that isn't bad. Because finding other people's demon gameplay that isn't bad is very difficult. It is very difficult, and it takes a very long time to find good levels. And sometimes the gameplay is good, but the visuals make my freaking eyes want to explode. So that's not too fun either. It's just a whole bunch of challenges left and right. So I'll just make levels the way I would like levels to be. And then that solves that, doesn't it? If you say my name, I will jump for... Why would I want that? What's in it for me? I'll punish myself if you say my name. Like, what? It's not how it works. What does that mean? Imagine, like, you have a job interview, right? And your boss, or like your future boss or whatever, is like, all right, I'll hire you, but instead of paying you, I'm going to punch myself in the face really, really hard. Does that sound fair? Is that a fair wage? And you're like, yeah, man, sounds good to me. And then every day you clock in, he punches himself in the face really hard. And he's like, oh, man, that was a bad one. And you're like, yeah, that looked like it really smarted. Anyways, have a good day. Like, that's what you just said to me. You just offered to harm yourself in exchange for me. Like, what? I could talk about how ridiculous that is for a while, but I'm not going to. I got Howdy to say my name. You got me to read your message. The whole name thing didn't happen. You may have amnesia as well. I can't prove that. What should be my first demon? Probably this level that I'm making right here. It's going to be really easy and accessible for people of all ages. You know what I'm saying? No, your first demon should be like the Nightmare or something. That was mine. Starting easy is probably what you should do. You don't have to, like, keep going easy. You know, you can start with, like, a couple really easy demons and then work your way up to, like, a medium or something. Like, there's options out there. Say my name and I will jump 2 centimeters. That's a really big jump. Are you the Brawn? Easier than Aku? No idea. We'll have to see. Probably it will be harder, but this is all very preliminary. I'm not quite sure what the difficulty is going to shake out to be because hardly any of it is structured. I have all my gameplay made. Like, the gameplay's here. I know where I'm going. But it's all very, like, empty, right? So I don't really know what the difficulty is going to be just yet. So we'll see. What's all this say my name, Marie? I know, dude. I don't get it. I have never once come to somebody's stream, even if I'm like a huge fan of theirs, and said, oh man, if he said my name, my mind would explode. No. Like, that would mean nothing to me. That would mean less than nothing. I don't want them to say my name. What if he was like, hey, howdy, you suck, man. Like, okay, well now him saying my name isn't very cool, is it? I want him to, you know, have a deep, intelligent conversation with me about things that are interesting. Like, that's what I care about when I join someone's stream. I'm like, yo, Let's talk about stuff because you seem interesting. And sometimes that happens, and it's great. And everyone wins, you know? But, like, I'm just saying, the saying of the name doesn't actually mean anything. It's about the context of the name that's being said. Howdy, are you cool? You should ask my friend, CEO of Cool. I think he will tell you yes. I kind of hooked him up with that job. I just imagine somebody saying, like,
Cap. There's no way Bro's friend is the CEO of Cool. There's no way. Cap.
Cap is one of my least favorite things that people say on the internet. It's up there with goon. And I love the word goon, but I love it, like, referring to people's, like, henchmen, you know? I love the word goon as a synonym for henchmen. But no one says that anymore. Now it's just a synonym for masturbate, and I hate it. I'm going to keep saying goon my way, though. I'm not going to let you guys take my precious goon from me. Well, speaking of which, people in, like, the UK got their goon taken away from them. Not the howdy way. Like, they got their goon taken away brain rot way. I don't really know much about that. I just think it's really dumb. Can I do this, though? Can I do, like, little corner block maneuvers? I guess I can. I'll just need to make them long. They might look kind of silly if they're long, though. Guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, how cool is it to be long? Yeah, it's pretty silly. We'll see. We'll see if it shakes out, man. I don't know. Howdy, am I cool? I would really need to get to know you before making that assessment, brother. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out. Isn't Figure that kid named from Breaking Bad? See, that's almost something. I think we might just go with that, right? Just run this all the way down, get one of these. One of these. That looks a little bit ridiculous. Okay. Okay, so new plan. We're not doing that. That looks ridiculous. We're deleting all of his friends and family. Doing some of this. Yep. Yeah, okay. See, I don't make a whole lot of extreme demon structuring, so I'm trying to force myself to put more spikes in there than I think should be there. Like, this should definitely be here, right? You can't just slide all the way up there and freaking get out of jail free card. I'm not from Breaking Bad, I am from real life. Kid named Figure. Do 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 do. Dude, what if I should be Night Terrors though? Is that a good level? Can you decorate? Kinda. Not really. Kinda sucks that my layouts will only have worth to certain children in this community if it's like decorated and stuff. Like if it's not decorated, they just don't care. And I'm like, dude, that's like saying you don't care about a person if they're ugly. But, like, what if they're a really cool person? It's about the inside, bro. Come on. Everyone knows that. Husky with the 5. Thank you so much. I'm 6% away from having Razer. You probably told me if it was a hard G or soft G, and I wasn't paying attention. I'll scroll up really quick to see if I can find your answer. Can I find it? Place your bets in the comments. I don't know if you did say, actually. Oh, well. I'm just going to say Rigel, as in Nigel, but with an R. 6% away from having Rigel in 3 runs with 47 to 100. Yeah, that's insane, man. More than half the level's awesome. Hopefully I can complete it before it falls off the list. What is it at right now? I don't really know how to pronounce it myself. Okay, cool. Can I be cool too? I'm not, like, handing out cool titles. That was never, like, a thing I was doing. Someone just asked and I told them I don't know them. So, like, I don't know. If I get to know you. Even, like, a little bit more than I do right now. Maybe. Is that okay? Sometimes, like, flipping objects like that can, like, screw with their dimensions and everything. Okay. That's good. I think I shall. I think I'm just going to saw blade it up on either side. I think that'd be pretty good. Make, like, a little Pinot and balls. Something like that. How many cool points do you have? Have you ever heard of billion? My wife and I have been saying billin instead of billion. Because it was this meme. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, here it is. Here it is. Okay. I just typed the entire like text of the meme and here it is. Okay. This is something my wife and I have been quoting for the past like couple months. I love it so much. Sorry about my cursor. It's always I love your memes and never here's $1 billion. So just whenever there is like a numerous quantity of something, we will just say that it is billin. I think billin is really funny. I didn't even notice that it said billin for the first like 4 times I laughed at that meme. And then it was when she read it that she realized it was not, in fact, the billion that I thought I had come to know. Anyways, that's pretty cool in my opinion. What's your opinion on Romanians? They steal wallets really, really fast is what I've heard. No personal experience though. I'm sure they're awesome. There's just that one gif of like, what is it? I think it's the Justice League movie or something, or maybe Batman v Superman, where like the Flash is there and he's like running around Superman to try to stop him, and then Superman like looks at him, he's like, what are you gonna try to do, you little silly goose, silly guy? And the caption is just like, you know, light waves reaching my wallet. That's like what the Flash is. And then Superman is Romanians, and he can also reach the wallet just as fast. It's like, okay, that's cool. That's cool, man. But I've never been to Romania, man. I don't know if I've met a single Romanian, at least not knowingly. What if my wife was like, hey, I have been secretly Romanian this entire time. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you sooner. That'd be kind of crazy. So cool. What's your opinion on dingleberries? Delicious breakfast. What should I do here? Is one spike okay? Can I just do that? Like point a gun at the cube, like, hey, watch where you're going. I need to make sure this click syncs. Okay, that's a little close. That's a little close. If I take this whole contraption, right? Take this whole thing and just go, I don't know if I can do it that much. I might be playing with fire a little bit. Oops, I played with moving the block. What do you think of blue Java bananas? I've never heard of any of that. What is a blue? I tried one recently. I actually didn't hate the texture. Interesting. You're a texture guy, so like... Okay, that's not terrible. I don't need to rework this too much. I'll need to look up what a blue Java banana is. Oh, okay. How does the texture differ from normal bananas? Tell me about that. What's the most attractive wallet of your knowing? Okay. Sure, man. Whatever you say. I could maybe try that. It's creamier, if that makes sense. It also tastes creamier. Interesting. No! You have lied. You have lied to me on this day. Okay, we'll have to go that way then. close, kinda. Maybe something like that. Going to bed because it's 1 a.m. in the UK. It happens. I understand. Have a good bed. I hope your bed has a good day. But not you. Gonna go play test the level real quick. BRB. Okay, that sounds good. What was that lag spike, dude? Come on. That's not cool. Imagine betting. True. That would be insane, man. I kind of want this to be bufferable. That doesn't really mean it syncs a whole lot, but that's fine. So now that we have this rather large stretch of gameplay, we can do some structuring for a while, not without having to worry about playtesting anything. I think I like this. This should work okay. As long as this isn't too narrow of a gap. It might be. Just in case, I'll do like... the S block should actually stay. I'll do that. That should be fine. I will verify this level for you. Don't worry about it, man. We'll figure something out. Just block it up over here. Of course, it's not on grid. That's fine. People be afraid of moving their objects off grid. I think they're a bunch of wusses. Quick reminder to make a random difficulty spike. I don't know if that is advice that should be heeded or headed. Please, my brother and crother. I need to see. Okay, there we go. Those freaking sliders always get in my way. Me when my obstacle is the tiny hamburger. This is so dumb. Ah, my freaking foot, what the hell? I recently bought new shoes. I realized, though, that they are not very supportive for my poor feet, so standing in those for a while hurts very bad. It is not fun at all. What was that? Ain't no way. It's not telling me what just happened. Okay, I'll have to look it up then, thank you. Why do I even have like a notification thing on my second monitor if it doesn't show me what happened? Okay, give me a second. Whoever just donated something. I will see you. I will be able to see you momentarily. The odds are stacked against me here. Anonymous gifted $2 via Stream Elements. Thank you so much. Can't super chat. I don't know why. But no, I didn't beat Lola. Oh. So you just outed to yourself who you are. Gotcha. Okay, so you're saying after you move and after you beat it. Gotcha. Okay, so I see what you're saying. Still at 87. I mean, you're going to beat it any day now. I've been playing like ass today, so today could be the day. Usually when I die, or usually when I play like ass with this progress, it happens. Also, I'm coding block observation duty from scratch. Rips. Man, I appreciate the dedication. That's awesome. That's awesome what you're doing for the fans. And thanks so much for the 2. I don't know why Super Chat was working for you a moment ago and has now stopped working, but... Man. Speaking of odds stacked against people. Poor Booney Man. Thoughts and prayers for Booney Man in the chat or something. Just like ending a sentence within the chat makes me like... You know? It makes me cringe. But sometimes there's nothing else you can say. Sometimes it's the only thing you can say. Howdy is 2 days PN Totu, and my PB is 58. Good? 2 days PN. Predicate nominative or something. Good luck, man. You're almost there with Totu. You're gonna beat it any day now. I just know it. Is what I would say if I knew it, but I actually don't. Don't tell him that, though. I'm gonna go practice Decode since you suggested it. It has a lot of haters. I will say that Decode has a lot of haters, but I think Decode's one of my favorite levels in the game. Love it. Just love it. Okay. I think I might want to throw one of these on here. This goofy little guy. Yeah, that's fine. Do I have room for some big, goofy little guys? Big, goofy little. It's a pretty cool band name, actually. I kind of don't. I think I'm just going to upscale some of these. Actually, no, this guy can be small, and the other guy can be big. I like taking turns. Mom said it's my turn with the big. I think you'll be okay. I think you will be okay. Just in case, I will drop this down like a click. That should be fine. I kind of want to make these blocks look more interesting, but not terribly interesting. You know what I'm saying? I don't have like oodles of free time out here. I got stuff to do, so I can't spend too long on any one structure. Yeah, and then if this is going to be decorated, I should probably lay off on the slopes. But that is difficult. It is difficult for me. I do like my slopes. I don't want anyone taking them away from me. Please! Okay. And now they're white because, I don't know, they're just born that way. But what if I said you're not born that way, actually, you're born black? That'd be kind of crazy. Slopes are just so useful. I agree. For making gameplay, for making decoration, for making structuring. They're a little bit buggy and obnoxious to use, but I love me some slopes, man. Slope haters, they can catch these hands. And these feet. Doing full body workout with my battling the ops. This is so dumb. Why do people say that? I too use slopes in a lot of gameplay. Can I squeeze this guy in here? You got room? I think that'll be okay. That doesn't look awesome, but I think it will look more awesome if I decorate the tips with some spikes. So we have to make some kind of contraption to where you can't just fall all the way down. I think I'll just do something like this. I'll just make a little guy about there and then put him up on a half block. That's honestly fine. I don't see anything wrong with that. Instead of shrinking that guy down, we're going to scale this guy up. It'll look a little better. Keep the line around the spike a little thick. Honestly, we can probably just put him at his normal size. I don't want this feeling too difficult, because I still want, when you click to the music sync, to be carried through the level. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this to be, like, a super uphill battle for the pre-drop. Like, calm down. If that's going to be the case, we're going to have to scoot this forward a little bit. But not this guy. This block has to stay. Or maybe it can come over like a little bit, but we still need to be able to green orb off this corner like that. And if this block is too far forward, then we'll just kill ourselves. So I'll have to do something like that. I'm going to try to keep these the same-ish elevation. Try that. Husky with the 5 more, thank you so much. One other thing, I'm working on part of a circles layout collab with Gemma. Hopefully it'll be done before the next level request stream. Excellent, that's exciting. You and Gemma collabing on some gameplay, that ought to be pretty fire. In my not humble opinion, actually. They're not humble at all. I need some freaking sunglasses, because gosh damn, my eyeballs are suffering. Goodness gracious. I don't know why I just like can't freaking read chat right now without getting a headache. Let's try some sunglasses. How about it? You're gonna try to verify? I don't know. If because it's extreme, probably not. It's gonna take me too long. I could spend that time making videos, which I would much rather be doing. Sorry, I have the biggest light in chat. You brought the biggest light. You always do, don't you? You need to stop doing that. Seriously, it's a problem. They call him John Big Light for a reason. Okay, for these guys, we'll just put a little spike right here. It's not going to do anything except look cool. Like, literally, you cannot touch that hitbox. I think it's impossible. Well, I think... No, I bet you could. I bet you could touch it if you really wanted to. Do you need to verify? I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to get it decorated, in which case the verifier will not matter. I'll figure it out. Don't you worry about it. I'm going to use a little small guy instead. Make this a little tight. Make it a little tight now. That's that thing that Tuco says. imagine like crushing up a bit of like crystal meth or whatever and then snorting it and then going loose, loose, loose. This is so dumb. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this new video coming out tomorrow is going to be pretty awesome. I think you guys will like it. What kind of theme are you going for? See, it's a Colorado level, right? It's a Colorado level, so kind of like that. I was thinking like reddish yellow hues would be nice for deco. Wow, again, I don't even know if we're doing deco. A little too early to say. And I'm still working on decorating espresso, so I'm trying to take it one thing at a time. And then, like, maybe I should calm down on the slopes if this is going to be decorated, you know what I'm saying? Because no one likes decorating slopes. I don't mind it. I don't really care. It doesn't slow me down, really. But everyone's got their style, and some people's styles do not mesh well with the slopes, which I understand. The sea theme? The theme is this. See? Wow. That was a great theme. Can't wait for the next one. I think this is a better songwriter than Toby Fox. Oh man. I should probably not talk about anything like Undertale or Deltarune related for my own safety and well-being. I think that'd be best for everybody. Can I do that? Ooh, I can maybe do that. Excuse me. Looks a little bit silly. He's a little bit silly with it. It's fine. Opinion of yourself. I mean, if my opinion of myself was anything but I need to be better, I think I would have like narcissistic personality disorder or something, or just like, I don't know, big ass ego, and you pick a term, you know. I don't know, like, I think to a degree you can say like, yeah, I'm happy with myself, or I love myself, or whatever, but that's a slippery ass slope. You gotta watch out for that. Saying you're happy with yourself, that makes you comfortable, right? I mean, don't hate yourself, obviously. That's not productive. No one needs that. No one needs that in their lives. There's enough hate going around. You don't need to be throwing more at yourself. But saying you, like, love yourself, like, hold on now. Let's think about this. Like, you can love yourself in certain ways, but, like, you gotta know what you're doing wrong and when, and how to fix it. You can't just, like, accept yourself for all of your, like, faults or whatever, because then you're never going to improve as a person, and that's just, like, ethical stagnation, and that's not productive either. That's the exact opposite. Like, that helps nobody. Anyway, so, that was probably not even a serious question. You probably were not even looking for an answer like that. You just wanted to say something funny. Wisdom with Howdy, the new podcast. Dude, I could literally talk about all sorts of random shit for so long. It's probably best that I don't have a podcast. Believe in yourself, sure. If someone tells you do what makes you happy, you probably should not take that advice. That's very bad advice. Very, very bad advice. Please do not do that, actually. Please, bestie, it would not be so slay. It takes like an actual like middle school critical thinking like ability to figure out why do what makes you happy is terrible advice. Like, I don't know why people don't talk about that more often. Like, why do we still tell people that? Like, are we serious? Can we offer good advice, please? Can I decorate Walls of Jericho? You're welcome to. I mean, it's free to copy, so you can do whatever you want. There's no promises that I'm going to say, you know what, even though you decorated it and didn't, like, ask me what kind of style I wanted, you just kind of did your own thing. Yeah, I'm not going to, like, accept that to be, like, the official decorated version. You know, like, it's not like someone just decorates my level. Oh, that's the official version, I guess. Like, you know, it's... I want you to feel free to do whatever you want to that level, but it does not have to be acknowledged as official by me. That's the caveat there. If you agree to those terms, go for it, man. Go crazy. How many objects in the level currently? That's a good question. 2,129. My layouts usually end up with around 10,000. So expect something like that. Hello, my name is Walty White, and I love GD Cologne. Alright, do I need any other reasons to give that person like a 5-minute timeout? This looks like Bloodlust, but strange. So that just tells me that you've never seen any level except for Bloodlust. That's what you've just told me. Like, yeah, they have squares and triangles in them. That's about the only resemblance this has to Bloodlust. Like, you guys just say things. I swear. You think GD on phone or PC? PC infinitely better, but like, if the phone is what you have, that's fine. Booney gifting 5 memberships. Holy crap, thank you so much, man. These ones going to Rami. I'm probably going to mispronounce all these. Going to Rami, Savory GD, Liz, X1X2, and Blueberry777. You guys enjoy your emojis and badges and your green names in the chat and things like that. Your exclusive community posts and your credit at the end of videos and stuff like that. Welcome to the memberships, bro. Thank you so much, Booney, man. Appreciate you. Super sad. Wait, what's super sad? What happened? Oh, do you think Geometry Dash will be forgotten? That's a good question. There's not really a whole lot of games like it. Like, there's rhythm games, and some of them are platformers, but, I mean, none of them do what GD does. I really wish there was a game that did what GD does better than how GD does it, because I'm not really a fan of how this game handles a lot of things. But I think every game has a life cycle, and it's going to end, but, like, I don't know. This game, I see this game having a pretty passionate community for a while. Like, people aren't just going to move on to the next thing. You know, like, people will start dying off and playing this game less, but I don't think people are going to stop playing it entirely. There's always going to be those last few schmucks that are cucked into thinking this game is good. I will not be one of them. I'm going to be out of here by then. I love content creation too much to ever quit, though. So, like, even if I'm not playing GD at some point in the distant future, I'm still going to be doing all sorts of content stuff. You can take that to the bank or something. I don't know. I've never gotten a check before. Hopefully Nepesta, last GD player. I'm telling you right now, that dude is... he's dipping before me. Ain't no way. I'm going to have to elongate this guy. What do you guys think about that? The elongation procedure has been completed. Wow, he just kind of doesn't fit anywhere, does he? Okay, maybe we delongate him? Like that? Sure, whatever. Works. Can I be elongated? I have to have your mom's permission. Can you playtest it? Sure. Just for you, I'll playtest it. What just happened to me? What the hell? Oh, this happened to me. Okay. So these have to become no touch. That's the sucky part about slopes. The hitboxes are super weird. Raise this up a bit. Yeah. How did this not... This is literally like not even 1 millimeter of distance, right? And that wasn't even a hold click. How did I micro click small enough to just jump once there? That is when I die. That's fine. Bam, 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 bam. I'm not sure what happened there, actually. I think this guy fell a little too fast and touched the portal when he wasn't supposed to. Something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, the gameplay feels very fun. I would like it to be a fun, flow Extreme Demon. Like, I want these timings to be difficult, but I want the sync to direct you into when you're supposed to click it, so it doesn't feel like you're just, you know, like, in practice mode, dying hundreds and hundreds of times, and you have no idea what you're doing wrong. Like, that's just the worst feeling in the whole game. That's not fun for anybody. Not fun for anybody. I think I'll probably exchange this for a 1x2. I noticed my cube going a little too high sometimes. That's not good. Funny death, true. Dude, don't even get me started on the cinnamon mac and cheese. I'm still upset about it. And I was like 6 years old when this happened, by the way. This was so long ago, and I'm still super upset about it. Okay. Okay, we're almost to the fast gameplay, and then it's going to get really interesting. This is just, like, trying to make my pre-drop difficult, but not like, oh my gosh, I want to gouge out Howdy's eyes. You know, I really don't want my pre-drop gameplay to feel like that. I would like my pre-drop to feel very fluid and smooth, and like something that you can pass every single attempt, you know, once you put in a couple practice runs, right? That's kind of the balancing I'm going for. You know, it can get hard once you get to the ball and stuff, but I would like this to be a little on the easy side. Excuse me. What if I burped and didn't say excuse me? Do you think the world would explode? I think the world would probably explode. I really don't get the job applications thing. I've never really found that joke funny. I just find it sad because it's like, it's true. You know, how many people just refuse to get jobs when they absolutely should. It's like, okay. No, I'm not saying like, oh, if you're not, you know, working, you know, minimum wage or food service or working a trade or something like that, like, you're not contributing to society. Like, you can do lots of things for money that aren't like traditional jobs. I mean, look at me. Am I like contributing to society by doing this? Probably not. I'm in the entertainment business, I guess, which you can really debate the value of the entertainment business in society, you know, till the cows come home, but I don't know. What's up, Shabby? How you doing? Welcome in. How's your week been, brother? We're doing that, and then probably a block, and then we're gonna spike it up. Man, I'm using so many slopes. I'm just gonna say screw it. Maybe it'll get decorated, maybe it won't, and if it won't, that's probably for the best for the decorators. I'm gonna use a fat boy. Actually, that's probably two fat boy. I need a one fat boy. That ought to do it. Cloudy star emoji 2967. You make gotcha content question mark? Man, that is his name, I suppose. Those are his proper pronouns. That's a game I don't see myself playing as like some kind of gotcha shit. I do not have enough money to like consider playing that game. Or any of those games, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's happening. I collect Lego sets. I guess that's kind of my gotcha game. But like, you know, if the sets are not worth my money, I'm not going to buy them. Like, I always try to get a good deal, you know what I'm saying? I'm always checking clearance and sales and, you know, used stuff on eBay, stuff like that. Gotcha kind of sucks, IMO, but you do what you want. And here I am making GD content. Like, dude, that's also not a good game. I'm not going to defend GD and say it's like, oh man, it's just the pinnacle of gaming experience. This is where the true content is. Like, no. GD goated, what do you mean? GD is goated until you hit like 11 years old, and then you achieve consciousness, and then you're like, oh, I see now. You should get Lego Star Wars Obi-Wan on screen. Do you have a specific version of him in mind? I'm happy to oblige, but I want to know. I want to know what you want specifically. I'm feeling kind of lazy. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to shove some of these in here. There we go. Actually, we'll do this. We'll do 2 of these. A smaller one in between them. And this last platform, the one you jump off of, will be fully structured. He'll be kind of tall, you know what I'm saying? He plays basketball, probably. My awe getting mad after completing change of scene. Just say ass, man. Just say ass. Like, awe is like maybe the worst possible replacement for the word ass. Okay, that's like maybe my least favorite thing people say on the internet. I really don't like awe. I really don't like cap. Cap is terrible. I want Cap to die.
Nah, bro, that's cap. Ain't no way, bro. That's cap.
Do you hear yourself? Do you understand what I have to listen to? I mean, at least awe is like, I can kind of appreciate that it's being like, you know, a PG alternative to ass. And that, you know, reduces the foul-mouthities of modern youths. Or something. But man, it sounds so dumb. I'm so sick of it. Just say butt. Just say butt or booty. Goofy booty. Goofy booty sounds. That sounds way funnier than goofy aw sounds. You can't lie. You can't lie. Dude, I made this awesome dubstep remix using goofy butt sounds. Like, dude, that's hilarious. Get me on that goofy butt sound train. I'm there. I'm in full support. Okay, alright. Here is a take that I don't feel is a hot take, but the entire internet probably disagrees with me, and it's really annoying. The FNAF movie is the worst movie I have ever seen. I've seen a lot of really bad movies. I have never had less fun watching a movie than I did with the FNAF movie. That movie is garbage. Like bottom of the barrel slop. That movie is so bad. I like Corey Kenshin, but it sucks that he's going to be remembered in like cinema history as the guy who was in the worst movie. Like, holy shit, that movie sucked so bad. And I lied a little bit. I did have some fun watching it ironically with my friends. Like, that was kind of fun. But in terms of sitting down to watch a movie, I have never felt more pain and anguish. I like Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's a cool series of games, you know? I got a soft spot for it. I just made like a 40-minute video ranking the jump scares with my buddy. Like, I like the games. And that movie was one of the worst depictions of what the universe is supposed to be that I could have ever imagined. Like, I could not come up with a worse FNAF movie if you held me at gunpoint and asked me to, you know, write one that Hollywood would accept, right? Like, there is no way. That movie is so abysmally shit. I cannot stand people who defend that movie. Like, if you're like, yeah, it wasn't very good, but I liked it. Like, sure, man, I like bad stuff too. That's okay. But if you're going to say, if you are going to tell me with a straight face that that movie is good, I will probably fight you over it. Like, that's not happening. About to fight a bunch of children over a video game movie. Oh my gosh. Should they have brought pants? I think they should have. Yep. That entire movie goes well below bring pants tier, man. Ugh. So frustrating. Do you like GD better than Five? What kind of comparison is that? How do you even compare the two? They could not be more different. I mean, you can't do stuff like this in Five Nights at Freddy's. I really like making sync-based gameplay to my favorite songs. So, in that regard, you know, GD wipes the floor with FNAF. But in terms of the games working as intended, I think FNAF probably takes the cake there. I can't really defend GD on that front. Nice try. Anyway, FNAF movie's terrible and I hated it. But I am pleased to report that the 0 out of 10 Five Nights at Freddy's movie is getting a sequel that looks like a 2 out of 10. Like, hey, alright, we're moving up in the world. Oh my gosh. Bad Player 64, welcome. What's going on, dude? Hey, I was playing Perfect Dark, like, yesterday, and I was thinking about you. Because you, I think, showed up to the Perfect Dark streams like, dude, I know what this game is. And I'm like, really? Because you were probably the only person in my entire chat who had any idea what I was playing. Everyone else just, like, shows up to hang out, but... Anyway. I was playing some Perfect Dark. I don't know if I'm going to stream that game again anytime soon. I would like to stream GoldenEye on the N64, because I grew up with the N64, and those games are freaking awesome. I stand by that Mario Kart 64 is the best Mario Kart game. I understand in terms of, like, content and, like, what it provides for, like, gamer experience, you know, it's far from the best because it came out in, like, the 90s or whatever, but, man, I just love the way that game feels and how the karts handle. It's just so fun. And the power-ups I don't feel are overpowered or anything. I feel like the power-ups get really strong, and the controls get really awkward really fast. Double Dash is maybe a contender for being better. I haven't played enough Double Dash to really say. I would love to play some more Double Dash so I can make that opinion, because, like, Nintendo was... They were making some freaking fire games around the GameCube era. F-Zero, Melee, Double Dash. They were going crazy. And I would like to continue that belief. Anyway, Mario Kart 64 is awesome. I want to play GoldenEye for the N64 because that's one of my favorite games. I'm going to figure out how to get that going so I can actually play it on stream, but... Howdy, do you know what AO3 is? Could you break down that acronym for me? Then I would have a better chance of knowing what that is. Some people just be asking, like, with very vague acronyms, you know, like, hey, do you know what this thing is? Like, that could stand for, like, 100,000 different things. You're gonna have to help me out here. Like, that could be the sequel to Attack on Titan, Attack on 3, where the number 3 eats all of their friends and family, and then they have to, you know, attack it or something. Like, there's some options here. There's a couple ways that could go. I see Anime Girl. You certainly did. It seems that a lot of people will click on the stream because they see Anime Girl and then their neurons activate, but they don't really consider, like, why she's there. That doesn't really cross their mind. There's not a whole lot crossing their mind when they see Anime Girl and click on stream. No further elaboration is needed. Man, structuring does take a long time. I mean, it's essential though, because otherwise no one else is going to take your layout seriously at all. Change the thumbnail. There's always the gooners that ruin it. It's a pretty normal picture. I think that would be the gooner's fault. I hate the word gooner. Give me back my goon. Synonym for henchman, bro. Love that word. Look how they massacred my boy. This will need to be way longer, actually, because we're entering it from a cube portal, so you can see underneath it. We don't like that here. Are you 50? Close. I'm actually 67 billion seconds. Which is about 50 years. Really? Wow, that's really annoying. Okay, here's what we do. That's not going to stretch from one side to the other, so we go ahead and just make this a full structure with all the bells and whistles and all sorts of awesomeness, right? And then we raise it up, Josh Groban style. Make that meet, put it in the middle or something, and then warp. Love the warp trigger. Warp trigger, my best friend. Warp, that's not really a trigger. I don't even know what to call it. The warp slider. No, are you 50 years old? Oh, 50 years old. Yeah, I am actually $50 in debt. Please donate so I can get out of debt. $50 is so much. I can never make that much by myself. Bro, mow one person's lawn in the suburbs. There's your $50. Actually, I don't even know. I don't know if inflation's gotten that bad for lawn maintenance. I bet there's some people who, if you do a good job, they will give you $50 to mow their grass. What song are you going to use for this level? Hey, I got news for you, pal. The song is linked at the top of the chat if you're interested. Ding! See, I came on really strong, like I was going to get really mad at you or something. But nope, that was just a troll all along. They call me the troll behind the slaughter. Man, Five Nights at Freddy's. There's so much about that game and that franchise that I love. And then Steel Wool said, hey, what if we ruined all of that? And that's kind of an exaggeration. They didn't ruin all of it, but they are not good, and I want them to stop making games. Like, you can tell when a franchise is being milked by a corporation. I did not feel that way with Scott Cawthon. I felt like he had something he wanted to say. He said it, and then he stopped. And then Steel Wool came around. I'm like, okay, cool. Did someone just request a collab with Donald Trump? Did they? When collab with Donald Trump? That is a terrible thing to say. What would we collab on? I would play golf with him so I can hit him in the back of the head when he's not looking. No, I can't say that. I would hit him in the back of the head with a floppy rubber balloon, just as a funny prank. No harm will be done. Like, what do you mean collab with Donald Trump? You're just saying things, man. What if I did bring Donald Trump on for a video? How would you guys react? I think I'm gonna do that. I like putting spikes in these little holes, you know what I'm saying? Funny, okay. Who is in bottom left? I see him several times in Howdy Channel. That is Cake Man, as he's known in my community. He's otherwise known as Hungry Box, the competitive Super Smash Bros. Melee player. He beat one of his bracket demons in a tournament, and he popped off. You know, he jumped up in the air all happy and excited, and his baggy pants, they like puffed up with air when he did that. So, yeah, make him look like he got fat cake. The freaking little knobs that you grab onto for the warp slider, they're so tiny and dinky and stupid. I like the word dinky. Dinky's a pretty good one. Wait, hear me out. What you got? Lay it on me, man. I can take it. I want the first click of this to be pretty easy, and then it'll get hard later. You know, I don't want transitions that are like perceived as bad. That's not fun. Air flavored cake, my favorite. Air flavor. What if you're drowning, but you packed some like air flavored snacks, and you just start eating away, and then you're good to go? No, these are warped. I can't use them. They're ruined. I'll use your brother over here. There's a lot of off-grid stuff over here, and that's like something that other creators will point out about my streams when I'm like building a layout. Like, dude, you're so off-grid, and I'm like, yeah, that's how sync levels work, bro. Don't you know this? Like, how do you make a sync level on grid that's not like a 2-star? Like, you can't. That's just not how it works. You can try. That's about it. People can try, but that's about it. Dude, who understands that awesome reference from a really cool game? Can I do this? That'd be kind of cool, actually. Hook me up. Someone understood the reference. Green hyphen. Hey, all my levels are on grid. How do you do that? Like, if you make sync levels as precise as I do. Ah, man. How do you just not use any of these buttons? These, never use them. Nope, never happening. These, no, these, nope, not using those either. How do you just put blocks on the grid spaces and make a good level? Like, it's impossible for me. Like, there's no way. That's just not happening. I think I'll need to warp these dudes as well. It should be good. What's your favorite and least favorite genres of music? I'm capable of enjoying just about anything. I don't like a lot of rap. I don't like a lot of country. I think 90s rap is really cool. I think nu metal is really cool. If it's like freaking mumble gangster rap, no sir. No thank you. If the deepest thing... Oh yeah, funk. That doesn't even count as a music genre. That's just so shit. If the deepest thing you can rap about is like bitches and hoes and poppin' cap. Like, come on. We can do better than that. Like, if rap has something to say, I will absolutely give it a chance. Absolutely. And if they're mumbling about it, oh well. Funk is pretty meh. That is an insult to the meh community. Funk is like the FNAF movie if it were a genre. It's like freaking lowest of the low, bottom of the barrel slop. My music taste is total shit. What do you like, man? What you got? Tommy Meepo? Otherwise known as Rise of Kingdoms. Yeah. Rock and roll. That's just an acronym for Rise of Kingdoms or something. I have 15 million power in Rise of Kingdoms. Hyperpop, basically trans people making chaotic static music. Okay, well, it could be worse, probably. I've never actually heard any of what you're talking about, but maybe I should just trust your judgment. You know, you say that it's bad. I'm like, no, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for now. You have one warning, though. These sunglasses make my nose so itchy. I love tasting rap. You guys are just... You're just saying things. See, I've never been able to enjoy a Tyler, the Creator song. I've heard like maybe 10 of them. I think I heard his like 10 most popular songs that were like listed on his like homepage of Spotify. I'm like, okay, everyone's talking about this Tyler, the Creator guy. I'm sure if I'm going to like him, I'll probably start that journey with his 10 most popular, right? Like, if I'm not going to like these, then I could probably give up hope, right? And I listened to him. I did not like him. No, sir, that is not for me. It seems like Tyler, the Creator, and Kendrick Lamar, and Toby Fox. Those are, like, the coldest possible music takes you can have, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost not even worth mentioning. That's like if you were alive in the 70s and you're like, yeah, I like the Beatles. His voice is an acquired taste because he sounds like a tire. That was not my takeaway, but that's an interesting opinion. This has opened my eyes somewhat. We're going to uncheck portals and then get this freaking preview set up. I don't know when that... What? That's not truths. Oh, that's the truths. Okay, cool. Get that preview set up. So is that it? Okay, well that's not very much at all. I can work with that. Creo is absolutely in the cold takes group, yeah. Creo is probably the most like overly idolized composer in the GD community. You look at all the attention that like Creo gets, and I'm not gonna say he doesn't deserve it, even though I do think he's like a little overrated. I will say who does deserve it though. That's Dim Rain. Dim Rain and Water Flame, I think, make the best music in the game. in the game. You know what I'm saying? The best music on Newgrounds that is used in this game. Ooh, Panda Eyes is also not good. Let's not do that. Man, that looks hard. Might be Extreme Demon. That is what the title says. The title does say Extreme Demon, silly goose. I think your gooses might be silly. You should double check with them. Just to make sure you're on the same page. For being a GD player, I'm so uncultured about GD music. You're not missing much. I wouldn't call it culture. People like to throw around the word culture a lot. People also like to overemphasize like what culture means and like how important it is. I don't know. That's a talk for another time. Man, these are some freaking wonky slopes I'm making. What the heck? Kind of do a similar thing over here then. We need base after base vibes. I don't think that's what I'm going for my Extreme Demon, but appreciate the input, I guess. Panda Eyes is the sauerkraut of the music world, but sauerkraut is like good. It's stinky, and maybe don't eat it on its own, but like Panda Eyes. Okay, so Panda Eyes, what's a better analogy there? Panda Eyes, like, this is just kind of off the top of my head here, but Panda Eyes is a little more like the Lunchables. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like it until you're, like, 6, and you're like, okay, this isn't really doing it for me. So I need this portal to be a necessity, and I don't think it's going to be unless I dial it back a little bit and probably put some kind of thing right here. I'll have to work that out. I love your content, but I'm not going to try to play this level with my hard demon skill set. Hey, that's okay. I understand. There's a lot of people who are in a very similar boat as you. I'm just like, that's a cool level, howdy. I'm never touching it. I am not good enough for that. And I'm kind of in a similar boat of like, yeah, I'm probably not good enough for it either. But, man, it sure does look cool. And it sure was fun to make. Oh, it's so close to being perfectly symmetrical. Do I care? No, I do not. It's freaking onto the ground. Who cares? Who cares? Panda Eyes is the FNAF movie of the music world. Panda Eyes is to music, I think, something better than what the FNAF movie is to cinema. Like, I think Panda Eyes contributes more to its genre than the FNAF movie does. We're talking, like, super marginal shit, though. We're like, I don't know. Panda Eyes, I would give that like a... I'm 11% glad that it exists. You know, something pretty low. Pretty low and sad. And then the FNAF movie's like fucking 0. Strongly disagree. So you prefer the existence of the FNAF movie to the existence of Panda Eyes? No. Okay. I'm not quite sure what we're saying here. No, 0 is racism. I would put it on racism level. The FNAF movie makes me about as angry as racism. I mean, if we're saving 0 for, like, the worst possible thing you can do, then, like, I don't know if racism is there. Racism's, like, number 2 or 3, but I think it gets a little worse with, like, you know, actually taking people's lives and, like, murdering them and whatever. Maybe that's white privilege talking, but I do think it gets worse than racism by a little bit, right? I'm saying they're both... Okay, so your argument is that they're both 0s. I understand. Yeah. That's a good opinion. Maybe it's just that by comparison, I have a lot more love in my heart for Panda Eyes than I do the FNAF movie. Like, I'm trying to think of a Panda Eyes song. Like, okay, the only Panda Eyes song I can think of that I enjoyed at any point in my life was High Score. And that was back when, like, there was a 1.9 level that used it. And it was kind of cool because it had really good deco. And, you know, the deco kind of matched what the song was doing. And I was like, this is kind of cool. It's a cool level. It's a neat song. And that was it. That was it. So maybe that's more of like a 2% contribution to my life and to society versus FNAF movie 0. I think 11 was far too generous. What is your favorite movie? I like The Prince of Egypt a lot. That one's a really good one. I like Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. Fantastic movie. Trying to think of what else I like. When it comes to favorite movies, that's a very difficult topic for me. When it just comes to movies I like, I could talk about that forever. But, like, favorite movies. Probably going to have to go to Kung Pao overall. Damn it. Am I going to have to rework how this works? Hey. Let's try that. I think that's too far. That's too far for the freaking cube to reach with just a jump. I'm gonna have to lower the gravity or bring this down or something like that. Try that. What the hell? What's your problem, man? Oh shit, the level is anime girling at me. I think you just mean to say it's a woman who speaks Japanese. No, we don't do 3 clicks there. We just do da da da. Ever played TF2? Not much. Not much. Man, you want to talk about a passionate game community? TF2? It's up there with, like, Melee. Like, the games that will never die. They will always have people playing their games. I think that's cool. Kind of classy. That's a classy move when you just refuse to let your game die, despite what the literal, like, developers tell you. So it's a respectable thing to do with your energy, I think. Japanese plus girl equals anime. True. There is no capacity where girls in Japan have crossed that has not resulted in anime. So dumb. I messed up the last few clicks, but that's the level right there. Ain't no way, woman! I'm gonna set this back a little bit. It's a little too close, I think. Wait, so anime is all girls now? No. It's only anime if it's a Japanese girl. That's the logic that we've come to. Wow, that is really smooth. Gosh damn. See, that's what I'm going for. Thank you. This is a good compliment that I've received from you. Smooth is my absolute, like, that's my goal. That is what I'm going for here. I want it to feel like a really fun, easy demon, but it's just really hard, you know? That's a very strange analogy, but that's all I've got right now. So I really like using slopes to, like, direct the ball to go all over the place. I think I might scoot this whole contraption forward a little bit. Could benefit from that, I think. Do you prefer flat or curved monitors? I've only used like the same two flat monitors my entire life. They're both like 60 hertz. I got one for free and the other for $3. So I have spent a total of $3 on monitors in my life. And luckily, for me, I completely lost my train of thought. You know, like when a train like derails and crashes. That's what just happened to my brain. That's what be going on sometimes. I'll get it back. Don't worry. I'll get her back, bro. I think I was just gonna say something about how like with GD with the bypass, there's not really a huge need for me to spend a lot of money on a really good monitor. I'm sure I would feel the difference and stuff, and it would, you know, make other games more enjoyable. But like, dude, if it's like tax write-off, getting it for my job and stuff, that's not going to matter a whole lot unless it's for GD, which I have a bypass for, so it's okay. When touching grass, I want touching grass to die as a joke. It's never been funny. Like, I don't know what answer you guys want from me about the touching grass thing. Like, what could I say that would be satisfactory? The train left the station without you, yeah. My thoughts just went about their day, but they need me because I have the mouth that can convey them. I have no train, but I must think. That's kind of what I want right there. That's pretty good. Wedge some kind of little fella in here. So it kind of bothers me that this spike is almost a perfect angle, but it's a little bit too obtuse. Not quite a right angle, and that is very bothersome to me. But thanks to the warp trigger, or the warp feature, or the warp slider, or whatever you want to call it, we can do that now. Structuring this is going to be tricky, though. I think I can probably... Can I do that without it looking like shit? I cannot. Okay, half block it is. I should play more repo. That's what I should do. We should get back on that repo grind. It's been too long. That looks so silly. Okay. How long is the layout going to be? So the layout's gameplay is already done. I'm just kind of structuring it. So the duration is already decided at 1 minute and 10 seconds, which is a little on the long side as far as my levels go, but that's pretty standard. It usually doesn't go much longer than 1 minute. I think the longest layout that I've made, at least in my YouTube journey, was Hip to Be Scared, which was like 1 minute 48 or something. It was like pushing 2 minutes. What about observation duty? I still have observation duty footage I need to edit down, so I guess I could stream observation duty, but I don't know. That'd just be like a kind of quiet stream of me just like looking around at shit. That could be fun. That could be fun. I could do it. It seems weird to make videos about observation duty, and then it would be weird for me to stream the game without the guy I'm known for playing the game with. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm known by anybody in like the YouTube spheres. Oh, it's the guy who plays observation duty. Like nobody, absolutely nobody knows me as that. But it would feel empty without Icosa there. So repo, I can do with other people, but observation duty would feel weird doing it with anybody else. I told my girlfriend I'd get and play Undertale for Girlfriend Day this Friday. That's like the game that universally is agreed upon by all women to be like cool and interesting, and I need to force my boyfriend to play this. I did not suffer this personally, but I have heard of a lot of other people who have had this happen to them. Like 7 or 10. 10 people. What do I do? What do I do, Lord Vader? What
Distraction. Good. Good. Let the saw blades course through you.
Also, it's just one of those days where my voice hurts and it's like really raspy and stuff. I know one personally. I know you do. That should be fine. Play at least to the neutral ending. Okay. That's something that kind of bothers me about games, is like, yo, did you beat this game? Yeah, I did. It was pretty cool. Which ending did you get? I think I just got the normal canon one. What? You didn't get the 100,016% completion ending total? Awesome? Like, dude, shut your dumb ass up. No, that's like, imagine talking to someone about Super Meat Boy. You're like, what? You didn't get every single achievement? Like, dude, like 6 people have done that because it's hard as hell. Like, leave me alone. Of course I didn't. That's kind of how I felt about Celeste, because I finished like the canon ending of Celeste or whatever, like the end of the normal story, and then people were like, okay, you need to play the rest of Celeste now. And it's like all this bonus content, super hard levels that I would have zero fun with. Like, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Bro, you should waste 100 hours to get the hyper ending. Or I could look up the hyper ending on YouTube. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it has videos on it. Or so I've heard. You should make a level called Green Slaughterhouse, and it's just Slaughterhouse recolored to puke green. I think I'm going to make a level called Green Slaughterhouse and recolor it to be blue. That's an idea I would trust, but you didn't say that. You said something stupid. You said something stupid that makes no sense. I said something smart. YouTube, I'll be sure to try it out. Yeah, I'll be sure to learn about it. Howdy, it's 4 a.m. here. I will survive to 6 a.m. This is Five Nights at Freddy's in real life. Man, I wish I could play more FNAF on the channel, because I love FNAF, man. At least like the first 6 games. I want to make content about that, but like, gosh damn it, is so annoying to capture Five Nights at Freddy's on a freaking OBS source. I don't know why OBS does not get along with old games from like Unity or whatever. I forgot what FNAF was made on. That wasn't Unity, that was Click Team Fusion, right? That's the name of the engine? Something like that. It's 9 p.m. We have an East Coaster. It's crazy. Or I guess it could be like South American or something. Not that only the United States has East Coast, but you know what I'm saying. I don't fricking know. I don't know who Tommy's responding to, but I think that's funny. I'm not from the East Coast, bro. Ah! I guess you could be like near the East Coast. You're at least closer than I am, because you're an hour ahead of me. I don't think it's worth getting that worked up over, though. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, insult you or anything. Toph couldn't beat this in 3,000 years. What, the Melee commentator? Bro, the GD community went so far, they made a Soviet Union level. It's on Nexus's channel. I don't think that's terribly strange for the GD community standards. There's been weirdos in here for a while. Do some of that. I feel like I can probably be structuring faster, but you know, I like the chat interactions. It's always fun. No, do not move that laterally. No, sir. Do you like other GD YouTubers? I have seen content from like 2 of them. Some old Nepesta content I think is pretty funny, and then I've seen some older doggy videos that are pretty good. I've seen a couple Math Genius videos. Done collabs with Stallion. I like old EVW. And that's about it. Like, I watched a lot of GD content between, like, 2014 and 2022, around there. And then, basically, once I started doing this as a job, I stopped watching GD YouTubers. Like, my job is GD YouTube, so when I'm done with my job, I don't want to turn around with my free time and go spend it on GD YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not... It's like you work at McDonald's, you know, 9 hours a day, 6 days a week, and you're so sick of McDonald's, and you don't want to even look at another burger, and then when it's time to come home and eat, you're like, you know what, I should order McDonald's. Current Nepesta is mid. I can't even say that. Like, I don't know. I just haven't seen his videos. Like, his content just stopped appealing to me, but I'm not going to say he, like, fell off or anything. Because, I mean, like, clearly he did, and he's still getting, like, lots of views, and people love his videos. I think that's great. It's just, it doesn't appeal to my demographic anymore. I think his humor has changed into something that I find less funny. So, like, I'm not saying anything bad about his content or his character or anything. I think it's great what he's doing, and I'm glad he's doing well, and all that stuff. I just go through that same cycle with a lot of YouTubers. Like, they're funny for a while until they change, and then I'm not really into them anymore. People have gone through that with me. In my case, I was kind of changing my personality for YouTube in a way, which is something that I don't want to say I regret doing, because I wouldn't be where I am if I hadn't done that. But I mean, my humor was very like, this'll work on the internet, and it did. But the humor wasn't really mine. I had my own little flair on it, but I mean, I wouldn't really make those kind of jokes normally. And now I just make jokes that I would say if we were hanging out. Like, if we're just friends and we're hanging out, I would make the same kind of jokes and shit that I would in my videos. Like, that's what I want to do on YouTube. I've always wanted my videos to feel like, you're just having a Discord call with a friend that you've known for a while, and you're catching up and joking and shooting the shit. That's great. I love that. That's always what I have wanted for my content. Not this freaking Mr. Beast style content that's just completely lacking in soul. It just wants your money. It wants you to gamble and nothing else. That is so empty and lifeless. Hate it. Hate it so much. Mr. Beast ruined YouTube. Not that, like, there's nothing good on the platform anymore, but, like, when the most popular YouTuber, the one making the most money on the platform, is doing that, people are going to follow his lead. They're going to lead by his example, and they're going to try to replicate that formula, and that is not a formula you should replicate. I think that's terrible. I have $5 that I'm willing to give away if anyone knows anything about Clash Royale. Alright. You can give me that $5 through Stream Elements. That would be most convenient for me. I just made the freaking mini P.E.K.K.A noise, and that I called it a day. It's so dumb. I think I'll probably just reuse the structure because I like it, and then I'll slide the spikes up and down. I like that. This is kind of an issue. Maybe, like, that won't kill me? Bro, I've seen those. They are so dumb. You've seen Clash Royale? There's no way. Hop on Peggle. We're bored of GD. True. Damn it. Yeah, that's okay, probably. What did I move that? 2 clicks? Move it back 1 click. That should be okay. Pegla's stupid finale too. I'll just make up a new finale just for funsies. What the hell? Well, that's not how it's supposed to work. What are you doing? That's so weird. Okay. W level, bro. You're doing good. Thanks, man. I like to think I'm doing okay. I'm scraping by. I liked these originally. They're kind of just in the way now. I think I'll just mirror this structure to complete this. I don't want it to look too flat, but I don't want it to look stupid either. Add a wallet at the end. It would be so funny. I will add a picture of a wallet at the end of the layout for $30. If someone's got a $30 donation, I will make good art of a wallet and then put it at the end of the level. You gonna release it soon? As soon as I'm done structuring, which I'm like 15% done. Oh gosh. Okay, no, it only goes here. I was imagining the slider going all the way out here, and I was like, oh no. Yeah, I'm quite far. We got a good like 5 or 6 more of these streams before I'll be done with this. Bet lol. Someone's got $30. I'll make you that wallet. Man, the job application, it's not funny. Don't you dare bring back the Squiz challenge incident. It's really horrid. I would not do that. This is a picture of a wallet, my friend. You have nothing to fear. It's gonna be okay. I think I should just... why is it like this? Why did he say this? What the heck? Okay. I bet 1 block would be fine there. I might add some half blocks on either side, but not actually put any, like, bouncy pads on them. Dude, this song is so catchy. Dude, I wish just clicking on a slope would actually work. Like, hey, Robtop, I want this one right here. And you click on it, and he gives you the other one. Like, happens every time. Can we please fix that? Can't stand it. Can't wait to play the level. I mean, I can show you the ID. And you can just, like, play this version of it. It is unlisted, but the ID is... nope, is... that right there. So you can go type that in and play it if you want. You are going to need the song though, and it's a very specific like song file. My browser is frozen. I would get that song file for you, but kind of stuck. There we go. Okay. Let me see if I can get that. Okay, there's the ID, and then there's the song file. Download that, stick it in your game, gonna be good to go. What's the ID? It is a Nong, but I have an easy download link right there for you. That is 100% not a virus. Don't worry. Ding! What's it with humans, bro? What does that mean? I agree, but like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? I think to remedy that, we'll need to scoot this up a little bit. I'm only doing RNG videos for levels that I can replicate the deco of. So if it looks like a really, really good, well-decorated level, I'm probably not ever going to make an RNG video about it. So like, Amethyst, tidal wave, you know, like complicated deco, not happening. But like 1.9 levels, I can do that. Dude, I need to vent my frustrations. I made a joke in the Bloodbath RNG video. It was a really good joke. I'm talking about like going fast or whatever, and I said at the speed of fast, and then I'm like, I'm sorry, I couldn't think of anything else fast, so I just went with fast. And then everyone in the comments is like, bro, literally the level song name is called At the Speed of Light. How did you fumble that so badly? And I'm like, oh gosh, my brain. I don't know. It's like they've never heard of like irony or satire, anything like that. Dead internet theory is real, true. At the speed of balls. That's a pretty good one. That's almost as fast as light. Almost. You should sell merchandise such as mugs, apparel, and plush forms of your logo. See, I could do plushes on my logo, and I can also do plushes of like my persona, which isn't like an anime cat boy or some shit like with every other gosh damn YouTuber, but it's like a robot cowboy. I think that'd be pretty funny. I don't know if this click is going to mess me up at any point, so I'll just put a spike here and call it good. Probably do some of that. I should do merchandise, though. I would just want to make sure I partner with the right company, you know? No, we can't do that. We need lines. Where are my lines? I forgot my lines. Here we go. At the speed of lean. Okay. That's like the purple stuff, right? The bad guy from Infinity War. Nope, don't do that. I really don't know much about this transition and how it could differ depending on your timing, so I'm just going to put a couple spikes like right here and call that good. I'm going to leave the spaces kind of open. How does one structure like Howard? I don't really feel like it's that complicated. Just once you have been structuring like me for a little bit, now you just like won't ever forget, and now you just know. You just see a structure like this, you know what to do. Bada bing, bada boom, just like that. I do want this structure to kind of be better. So you, nope, not you. Come on, there we go. I'm gonna link this object. If I can put it like there, that'd be nice. That should be good. Are you fit like Rub Rub? I'm glad people don't call him Rub Rub anymore, really. I always thought that was so dumb. Like, it's like if people called me Ho Ho. That's actually pretty funny. I wouldn't mind if people called me Ho Ho. Just like the Santa Claus. So just random bullshit go. Well, not random bullshit. You know, you want things to line up at nice little corners and stuff. You want shapes to be made. But like, just like this. Oops, I was still holding on to the past. You gotta let go. Like, look at that little guy. Took me like 2 seconds. Now he looks more interesting. Had me into the level. How would you want me to do that? I will just create a clone of you, like a real life clone. Stick him in the level, so he's trapped here forever. Usually I end up making my levels too hard, so I'm just going to try to make this like a really difficult, insane demon, and then the community consensus will probably just be that this is an extreme. That's what I'm going to go for. Somebody I know in GD calls Robtop Bobber Top. What does that mean? Bob or Top? Hardly know her. Is there room for a spike right here? Ooh, maybe. Probably not. Little guy. I see. I want this black orb to be necessary, but I'm not seeing proof that it is. Actually, if you don't die on the spike and skip the black orb, you will blue orb and go wee, and then you will go over the yellow pads and probably just land on like whatever would be right here. I guess just put a spike here or something. It kind of makes like a flat little platform. Let's just stick a spike on there. How about it? It looks so dumb. It looks so dumb. I kind of like it though. Let's do it. Yeah, I like that. Splendidly weird. Everyone spam Fitzgerald. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's what someone who probably still poops their pants would say. My friend thought Scott Cawthon made Geometry Dash. No, Geometry Dash isn't good. I actually don't have proof that it would be good if Scott Cawthon made it. I have more faith in his game designing capabilities. Holy voice crack. That's just what I do when I make fun of you guys. It's not personal. Thought his name was Scott Coffin. When I first heard someone telling me about FNAF, I also thought it was Coffin. I'm like, oh, that's funny. He makes horror games and his last name's Coffin. Someone's like, oh, no, that's actually the false. And I got so sad. I really thought his name was Coffin. That'd be so cool. Or maybe it'd be like, you know? Do you think this is going to get rated? I think, considering how good it looks, I would say absolutely it will. I have no doubt. I'm surprised it's not already rated. I mean, look at... I don't even have to finish this level. Look how good it looks, right? Like, this is insane. No one in this game can do what I do. Do you see this beauty? Like, what is Robtop doing not giving me 5 creator points for this level? When you eat cereal, do you put the milk first or the cereal first? What kind of dumbass puts the milk first? How would... What? Why would you do that? Is he stupid? In other words, I do put the milk first. I tricked you. Black Cataclysm when? I mean, you could do that. I don't have to do that for you. It's not that hard to just make Cataclysm black. See, I'm not very accustomed to making extreme demon like gaps and stuff, so I'm not actually sure how hard some of this stuff is going to be. Maybe it's already impossible, like a time or two, you know. Maybe I made a couple gaps that are just like, nope, 1 pixel too small, not gonna work. It's called the Black Trilogy. That's very creative. Do you like hamburger? Before I was really into Mexican food, my favorite food would have been like American barbecue, burgers, bratwurst, ribs, chicken, stuff like that. Do I know the Binding of Isaac? See, again, with you guys making things into acronyms and asking if I knew about it. If I didn't know what the Binding of Isaac was, why would I know what T-Boy is, right? Binding of Isaac is pretty cool. T-Boy. Can I just, like, copy and paste this? Vibrant style? I'll probably have to get rid of this one. That'll be fine. Do you remember Dat Boy? Of course, yeah. I wouldn't forget that boy. It's been a while. Haven't caught up with him in a minute. Hope he's doing well. Man, okay, the only thing I didn't like about Dat Boy was that almost all of the Dat Boy memes I could find were like, they used that really shitty, like, British text-to-speech voice that I was super sick of. I got very, very sick and tired of that voice. I think there are really funny text-to-speech voices out there that I've seen people use. They just don't use them very much, and it's just sad. Mod sync. Triple mod sync. Very nice. Wait, was that quadruple? That was quadruple mod sync. That's crazy. I like how Booty Man timed him out for 300 seconds. Husky timed him out for 600 seconds. And then Kid Named and I both timed him out for 86,000 seconds. It's pretty awesome. You can learn a lot about a person from how much they time out someone who's spamming a single letter in the chat. No, I do not stream on Twitch. Twitch is a pretty scummy company. I would rather not work with them. Not that YouTube is like, you know, saintly or anything, but I have a say in the matter, and because of that, I stream on YouTube. If YouTube for some reason tells me, hey, you're not allowed to stream anymore, well, I guess I gotta switch to Twitch then, don't I? But until then, I'm YouTubing it up. I can almost make that look cool. Almost. I think I maybe can. I maybe can make this look cool. Gonna take a little bit of magic. A little bit of magic. It's a really fun, like, hobby of mine within this game to just take a really weird looking chunk of blocks and see if you can make it, like, nicely structured, you know? See if you can make it presentable looking. For instance, I can make this a little bigger to where it touches the walls here. And then stuff this with a block. Like, it's not all that pretty, but I mean, considering what it used to look like, that is glow up of the century, man. Look at that. That is a lot of half blocks, though. What if I can make it 2 half blocks. That might make it a little better. Close. Like 1 pixel too long in either direction. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on now. Close. It's like as close as it's gonna get. Hold on. Is there like free slider? Really? Wow. Okay, well, that's just not something that got carried over to 2.2. That's fine. Do you think you can beat this masterpiece? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I can figure it out. But will I? That's a great question. Maybe even better than can I? Yeah, it's just going to take me so long to beat a level this hard. This would probably be my hardest, and man, I just would rather spend those months making videos for you guys. Ugh. And Mozart goes. Wow. Good job. Are you handsome like... Man, this guy's just obsessed with Robtop. I don't know. Couldn't tell you if I am handsome or not, but I do have a wife that likes me a lot, so that's what matters, I suppose. That's looking good. I like that. Man, slopes are so cool. Why don't more people use them? Prismatic? Isn't Matic the top of the house? How do you say my name? I'll say your name. Good deal, trust. Well, you just did say my name, so that's like saying, hey, if I give you $1 million and you give me $1 million, that'll be a good deal. And then you hand me the $1 million, and then you're like, okay, so what do you say? You donated $1 million to ask me that question. And I'm just like, oh, well, now I can just take your $1 million, silly goose. Somebody didn't go to good deal school. Ooh, that's kind of nice. And I'm delayed. It happens. Ideally, this stream shouldn't be more delayed than a few seconds, like 5 maybe. So just make sure your progress bar is all caught up. That's something I hate about Twitch, there's no progress bar. If you miss something, you gotta freaking clip it if you want to see it. And some channels have clipping privileges revoked. I think it's really shitty. It's like, hey, you missed that moment? Sucks, man. You missed it forever. I mean, I guess you can maybe go back and check the VOD later, but who wants to do that? Who's got time for that? You should use the auto make level feature. If this were a real feature, I wouldn't be here. Or maybe it is a real feature and I just don't know shit about Geometry Dash, which is kind of true. Yep, I think we're thickening up this block. That's the way to go, methinks. Methinks is a great word. Shout out to Methinks. He's always got my back. Okay. That's probably too hard. If this were a flat block, I think it'd be okay, but since it's sloped... That's okay. I think that'll be fine. We should get on Repo again sometime. That'd be fun. Oh, donate 101,686. Oh wait, no, $101,686,112 if you add Swingcopter, my goat. See, if you donate first, I will do that. And Swingcopter can be your goat. I will allow it, as long as it's the old Swingcopter and not the new Swingcopter. Because then I will have to kill you, and no one wants to do that. You don't want to do it because then you'll die. I don't want to do it because it's super messy. It's just, man, it's easier for everybody if you just accept that old swing is better. I'm not doing that. No. See, this is a predicament where it looks like this orb should be like here-ish, but then I would have to move the speed portals, and that would offset the sync, so... Do you like Hatsune Miku? I know nothing about Hatsune Miku other than I thought it was a real person, and then it was not a real person. But they do make music like real people might do. So I got some very confused feelings about that. Yeah, get in touch with the group, with like Gemma and Husky and stuff, and see when they'd be free, and I can try to hop in for some. Just just like get a group together, and then maybe message me if you guys are gonna play, and I'll see if I can squeeze that into my schedule. Can I do this? Yes. There it is right there. Just finding the right, like, order of events for structuring can be kind of tricky sometimes. Like, what do I do here? See, these are, like, very strangely set, so I can't make this all one structure. That's good enough, okay. When all else fails, just make a diagonal pillar. Just gonna go ahead and fill this out. And then copy the whole thing once it's done. Could be tonight, but it depends on when Gemma is gonna be wake up crazy style. That should be enough. That should be plenty. You da bomb. Sorry, I would say thank you, but I was the bomb and I blew up and died. That'd be a crazy ending for the Howdy story if I just exploded because someone said so. Hey man, you're a bomb now. So, have fun with that. I would accept my fate. I mean, he said I was a bomb. What am I going to do about it? I'm just... What can be done? It's much easier to do this instead of getting the non-blocky versions of these, you know, the ones that you can pass through. It's just, I hate having to go get those. Howdy, you're my favorite fan. This is not a backwards statement whatsoever. This is the truth. I'm your biggest fan. Your largest. I'm so large. I'm like 600 pounds. What do I want to do here? Do I want saw blades? Or do I want silly little spikes? Quite the predicament this is. It's a little bit too much. Too much warp. Get in there. Fix what you've done. That's better. Howdy, I love the phrase, I'll tell you what. I like the way you spell what. That tells me you're a real American. Ooh, and then you know what? We can do this. And then that. Only that's not very threatening, is it? It needs to be closer. That's okay. We'll do that. Howdy, do you have any evil points? I've gained a few. My high score isn't too high, but you know, I've been working for it. Been getting more evil points lately. Practicing my evil game. It's so stupid. No! Why did you do that? There we go. That was almost catastrophic. I think my level almost got deleted off the servers because of what just happened. Again, not trying to make every single click in this level super hard and annoying. Especially not the ones that you can like literally buffer and hold for. Like, no, that does not need to be that difficult. Let's just leave it how it is. And then add some spikes to make it look hard, but like, they're just kind of for show. It's like WWE. It's not real wrestling, but like it looks entertaining. I was never a WWE guy. I never understand. I still don't understand it. Like people are like, oh, dude, man, I almost considered going to the party last night, but I stayed home so I could watch wrestling. Like, if it's like actual competitive real wrestling, sure, like, yeah, that's interesting. But like WWE? Okay. I feel that way about like a monster truck rally, you know? It's just like brainless, mind-numbing action slop, you know what I'm saying? Not that like, you know, I'm sure the WWE dudes are like somewhat talented at something, whether it be like acrobatics or doing flips or they're like stuntmen essentially. And I think that's kind of interesting. I've always thought the job of being a stuntman was cool, but like, I don't know, people just care so much about it. And that's the part I don't get. Like, I like stupid shit. I consider WWE to be stupid shit. But people who like stupid shit, but pretend like it's not stupid shit, it's like, come on. Let's be honest with ourselves here. This is kind of stupid. That's kind of my take on that. Like, I acknowledge that Geometry Dash is stupid as hell. It's not a good game, but I play it, and it's got cool stuff you can do. If someone told me that, hey, why do you play that? It's bad. I'm like, yeah, yeah, it is. I don't feel like I would get that reaction from someone who's like a die-hard WWE fan. Oh, brother. Opinions on Happy Gilmore 2. I was just talking to my dad, and I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? He's like, nothing much. Just watched Happy Gilmore 2 last night. I'm like, oh, okay. How did that go? He's like, oh, this is an Adam Sandler movie. So, I do not have an opinion on Happy Gilmore 2, but I'm sure it's just as stupid as the first one, which was... honestly, it was pretty funny. I think Adam Sandler gets a lot of shit. I don't think he's... I think he's quite far from the least funny person in Hollywood. Like, Adam Sandler gets the hate that I think Kevin Hart deserves. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Hart has not been, like, funny or entertaining a single time. Like, every time I see Kevin Hart in anything, it makes me immediately lose interest in whatever that is. Like, Adam Sandler, as many, like, bad comedy movies as he's been in, he is a good actor. And I do find him funny when he's, like, being, like, more himself, I guess. Like, him in interviews is just really funny to watch. He's just an interesting guy. Every time I have to watch Kevin Hart for whatever reason, I feel so angry that I'm watching Kevin Hart. Will anyone be decorating this? Don't know. We'll figure that out. Isn't Figure that kid name from Breaking Bad? Sorry, I ran out of jokes, and now the jokes are on loop. I think I'm going to call it a stream here. We've done a good bit of structuring. We've done the first cube, ball, that swing, the mini ball, and then another cube, and then we'll get into the really fast stuff over here. We'll do that next time, though. Let us do one last showcase of the level. How about it? I might try, like, actually in the level this time. It's important to have the perspective of how hard my level is. Man. Man, that lag spike was insane. It's so hard. Come on. Come on. No! It kills me. I'm playing the level that kills me. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We'll worry about balancing later. We'll just play it freaking no-clip run. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. Not sure. Hopefully some other time this week. This week should be a little bit more free. Maybe a stream on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday type deal. Not quite sure. I'm just kind of playing all my weeks by ear because I'm remodeling my house right now. Oh, that is not necessary. Okay, so we're gonna do away with that. Try that instead. Alright, last time for real. No! Okay, I lied. It's not the last time. We're going from a start position because I'm not doing that beginning again. My goodness. So the level, like, really starts getting good, like, here, I would say. Can I do, like, this 2 times speed? Yeah. There we go. That is the level. Come on, the wallet at the end. Hey, I didn't get the $30. The wallet's not happening. That offer is still going to be on the table for future streams, but until I get the 30, you're not going to be seeing a wallet. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the price is even going to go up the longer this deal stays on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe the 30 is going to be 32 next stream, or 35, or 40 if I'm feeling evil. I don't know. It's art of a wallet. Like it's so dumb. What is this offer I'm hearing? Someone just said, "Hey, please put a wallet at the end of the level. It'd be so funny." And I'm like, I will make good detailed art of a wallet for $30. Like right now, I'm not accepting the deal because I'm about to end stream and that would take a while. But next stream, for $30, if you say wallet or something like that, like, hey, make the wallet, do it, coward, make the wallet, I will do it. It's gonna happen. If you don't specify. If you just donate $30 like for an unrelated thing and then don't specify, hey, make that wallet, then you know this is just kind of an unrelated donation. You can tell me later, you know. Anyways, what are the crowns next to the names mean? We are still figuring that out. It's just like YouTube awards points to chatters based on how much they chat and donate and stuff. And it seems like when you're at the top, you get a crown, and that's it. It's literally just brownie points of like who's doing stuff the most or whatever. Do a howdy logo at the end. I may, because the name is Howaretta, it's kind of named after me, so it would feel weird to not have some kind of howdy art there. That seems kind of narcissistic. I might just do SpyX family art, which I can do. I can make art. Especially if it's like anime type stuff with like kind of cartoony shapes and colors and things. I can't make like a freaking like galaxy, nebula, supernova, exploding, you know, like super awesome space shit or anything like that, but I can't make art of a realistic looking cat, but I can do like anime. I can try that. I may end up doing that. We'll see. Okay, that's going to be it. Let's thank the wonderful people who stopped by and donated to the Howdy Foundation. Got a fairly short list here today. I think it was just Booney Man with the 5, Husky with the 10, and then Booney with the 5 memberships. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Always nice to have you guys. Thank you so much for your generous contributions to the stream. It seems we have just gotten a Gemma at the very end. She has woken up at a bad time, but I streamed at a weird time, so I blame nobody for this. Just an unfortunate series of events. Maybe we should do some repos soon. It sounds fun. Husky with the 2 more and the cookie. I do actually have a cookie. I can go eat that after stream, actually. And I'll be thinking about this donation right here. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. Good luck on Rigel as well. You got this, bro. Okay, regardless of how much money you did or did not spend on me and the stream here today, you all spent your time, and that is the most wonderful and valuable resource we are awarded here on this earth, in this life. So, I'm going to take off. I will stream hopefully sometime again this week. Hopefully, you know, not a week from now like it was last time, but yeah, I will keep you guys in the loop about what I'm going to be doing. So hopefully see you guys for a stream soon, and definitely see you guys tomorrow for my next video coming out around like noon or something. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And have a great rest of your day or night, and goodbye forever.